We've got, great news with Cori Bush yesterday in St. Louis. That is big story. She was the first Justice Democrat in 2018, or the first Democrat who was, endorsed by the Justice Democrats, and she won this time around. It's a big boon in multiple reasons. Obviously, you're expanding the size of the squad, as it were. You are also on the Financial Services Committee because Clay was the chair. Everybody moves up a step in seniority, and that is Katie Porter, AOC, a couple others, progressives on there. That's good news. There's a whole lot of good news in this, frankly. And we will talk more about that as the show goes on. And obviously, 200,000 more people getting access to Medicaid is a big deal. And it's interesting to see what's going on in a state like Missouri where, where the desire to expand Medicaid is actually, it is gaining traction in the suburbs, which suggests that there is just a bigger appetite, growing appetite, even amongst the PMCs, as it were, for expansion of social programs. But we'll talk more about that as the program progresses.
Yeah, it's still the Democratic leadership.
So much. If we could just take the dial and just crank it to 10 years from now, and all of those people who are the roadblocks in the Democratic leadership right now age out, as it were, with all due respect to them and me, a lot of these issues would be gone. A lot of them, right? Like even, it was funny watching Hakeem Jeffries, and there's a lot of Democratic establishment, younger people in their 50s who are looking at this and going, oh boy, this is a different Democratic Party. And they're going to be caught. They're going to be caught between their fealty to the past, essentially, and their self-interest that lies in the future. It's going to be interesting. And they're going to see a lot of people start to pivot. How serious they are about it is another question, but at least from a rhetorical standpoint. So folks got to be careful. But let's move on